Hello, I'm Glenn Weddock, a Microsoft instructor for Global Knowledge. One of the big changes in the Windows 7 user interface is how the venerable Taskbar works. Up to now in Windows, the Taskbar has always been the home for running applications, and it still is, but in Windows 7 you can pin programs to the Taskbar and they'll show up there even when they're not loaded in memory. For example, I'm not actually running Media Player right now, but you can see the icon for it here in the taskbar. One way to tell that it's not actually running is that it doesn't have a border, unless it's highlighted by hovering the mouse over it. Currently loaded programs do appear with an outlined border, such as WordPad and Paint here. Another way to tell is that when you hover over the icon, you don't see a thumbnail preview, as you do with the currently loaded programs. The live preview is called Arrow Peek, and it can be handy for switching to a specific program that may or may not be visible on a busy desktop. Now you have control over the icons you want to pin to the taskbar. For example, if you use Calculator a lot, you can pin it to the taskbar by simply dragging it and dropping it from the Start menu to the taskbar. Then if you change your mind later, you can right-click the pinned icon and choose Unpin this program from the taskbar. So why has Microsoft made this particular change to the taskbar? Well, if you notice, the Quick Launch toolbar that was present in Windows XP is now gone. My suspicion is that Microsoft basically decided to combine the icons for loaded programs and Quick Launch programs onto one structure in the user interface, namely the taskbar. Now you can argue that this effectively undermines the Start menu concept if you're putting frequently used programs on the taskbar instead of executing them from the Start menu, and that might be true. But you don't have to pin any programs to the taskbar if you don't want to. So it's your choice whether you want to make the Start menu the only way for starting programs. Now another new feature of the taskbar is the so-called jump list. When you right-click a taskbar item, you can see the most recently used list of recent documents opened in that program. By the way, the Show Desktop feature has migrated all the way to the far right end of the taskbar, near the clock in the system notification area. If you hover over the Show Desktop symbol, as you can see, the desktop appears with just outlines of all the open windows. If you click the symbol, you can see the desktop with no outlines, so you can go find a document or folder that might be residing on the desktop without manually minimizing all open windows. Click the symbol again, and all the open windows magically reappear as they were before. If you hover over one of the minimized programs, and you'll see the live thumbnail, or thumbnails if you have more than one document open in the program. Now hover over the thumbnail itself, and you can see how all other open windows on the desktop disappear, leaving only their outlines. If you have a lot of windows open, this is a convenient way of navigating to the one you want to make active.